Do it.
There we go.
Are we up?
Oh, yeah. Apparently, we're streaming.
Oh,
okay.
You know, hey, I tell you what I'm going to do. I forgot I had to do this last time.
what's that?
Nigel, you're live, man.
Hey, we're live. We're live.
Why are we live? What the hell's going on?
I guess I should post that we're live on the page, you think?
Yeah, well, why not? Well, it's there. If they go to the page, it's there.
Well, I should at least do a post. Yeah, we are live.
Oh, there it is. Look at that. Hey, I did something right today.
Mama,
just went live.
Mama, I made it. I'm live. I made it. Mama, I made it.
Wow, look at that. All right, so Nigel, this is live
The
because
maiden
we are
voyage.
celebrating. We're dropping your first episode of Beers with Nigel
A
tonight.
day early. I told everybody tomorrow, but Nick got...
I got a little crazy.
Well, I mean,
Nick's had a good afternoon.
Well, I mean, I ain't that important. You just let me slide on in there.
So look, what they're going to get if they watch tonight is a preview because this is actually recording episode 4.
Okay.
So they're going to see episode 4 first. It's almost like Star Wars. We all watched episode 4 first.
It's like The Matrix.
I love it. I love it.
I just went Generation X nerd there.
Hey,
How do I-
I can dig it, man. I can dig it. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Nigel, as we start, can I just do this real quick?
You can.
There we go.
What are you drinking there, Nick?
What do we got here? You brought this Friendly Suggestions India Pale Ale from Grains and Taps out
Grains
of
and
downtown Lee Summit.
Shout out to Grains and Taps.
Love
This
it.
is is my second Grains and Taps of the day.
Yeah, yeah. Nick's had a
I had a good afternoon.
Yeah, hey, trust me, I heard about it though. Yeah,
I had
it
a good Nigel, to your first episode, buddy.
Cheers, buddy.
Congratulations,
Thank you,
congratulations, man.
thank you.
I'm happy to be here, man. I appreciate the opportunity to be able to sit here with y'all.
Who's our buddy tonight?
Yeah, so welcome to Beers with Nigel. It's first time we've gone live. We've got the incomparable Woody Bonds in the house.
Oh, I appreciate it.
Incomparable.
He said incomparable, like I'm somebody.
Oh,
know
you
what I'm
somebody?
saying?
I wanted to call him Doc Woody earlier. I don't know why. I felt like there was a Doc and a Woody that was happening.
I mean, that's cool. You call him whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? We're good. You know.
No, Woody is an ambassador in the beer community. That's my homeboy right there.
Yeah, oh yeah. Been friends with Nigel for a long time, and it's kind of one of those things. When seeing Nigel, and you hear Nigel before you see him.
Well,
You
that's
know what
true.
I'm saying? But I always, it's always fun when him and I get together. So
Nigel, I told somebody this evening that
Yes, sir.
that you were launching a show,
Okay.
and the first thing out of her mouth, and this is a mutual friend of ours, was that dude has the best voice.
oh
That
yeah,
was nice.
Hey, don't be a grown man. And be cozy in your bed and hear that voice. You might you might kind of feel a certain type of way. You know what I'm
type of
saying?
way.
I'm like,
wait,
That's
ooh, man,
that's like Chef starting to sing for us, right?
I'm like,
Show you right. Show you right.
I'm like, why I got these warm and fuzzy feeling going on? I'm like, man, I can't even. How they always make the joke like you couldn't look Prince in the eye. Like I can't look Nigel in the eye. You know what I'm saying? When you start talking,
I think both things are true.
Do you want a beer? I don't even know what we was talking about, big dog.
Yes, and thank you.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
Please
yes.
and thank you. Please and thank you.
Right,
I mean, nothing wrong with having some good pipes.
No,
You know?
Yeah, no
You
doubt.
know,
you do have a broadcast voice.
You know what the funny thing
Like
is?
I feel like I have to fake it a little bit, but you have a broadcast voice.
When we started recording these, and I'm listening to the playback, my son, my younger son, we're twins. He's got this deep, resonating voice. I'm like, it sounds just like him. It's weird as shit.
Yeah.
But he's got that voice. But you got a good voice, Woody.
I try, man. But
you try.
I got to work at it, man.
What you mean?
You remember back in the day when you was younger, and you would call your lady friend. You might have some like Genuine playing in the background. You can't. For me, I used to be like, I had to be like, "Hello, how you doing, girl? What you?" Yeah, I'm not really sleeping, but I'm sleeping. You know what I'm saying? You just get on the microphone. You just get on your phone and just shut it down for the ladies. So
That's
I get it. You got to put a voice on. Where
Yeah.
I think Nigel just walks up and starts talking.
Oh yeah, just cold turkey coming in there with that voice. You
Right.
know?
It's a little easier for you, I think, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
it's just.
It's because you're tall.
You think that's what it is?
Yeah.
Okay. Show you right. So Woody,
Yes, sir.
tell us about you, man. Who are you?
Okay, so I kind of wrote some stuff down, and it probably doesn't make sense, but because like I always forget, like they'll be like, "Who are you?" I'll be like, "I like beer. I drink beer," But I started drinking craft beer about 12, 13 years ago. I founded Hip Hop's Hooray, which was a beer fest, which was kind of
awesome.
Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah.
I can't wait to hear about this. Actually,
Yeah.
I actually started home brewing about 2 years ago. That's actually kind of my new passion right now.
Right.
I mean, I do it entirely too much, but
And which organization you in?
I'm a masher.
Okay, Missouri Mashers.
A proud masher.
Okay.
And don't get me wrong, I love
shout out to the Masters. Those are the homies as well.
Oh yeah. But I love all the. I know I'm in ZZ Hop's country.
It's
So
all love. It's all love between the homebrew groups.
Is there a divide?
No.
I'm kind of curious now because I know of ZZ Hop. I don't know anything other than I know of.
He knows
ZZ
every
Hops.
damn person at ZZ Hops.
Do I?
No, he does.
Oh, he does.
You know half of them too. They're all the brains in town.
And there was a time to where, like, when I was thinking about being a part of a homebrew club, I kind of told a few people about it, and it was just like, ZZ Hops was like, hey man, why don't you, come be a part of us, or and I had a few people reach out to me from some other places, but it's just, you tend to go as a home brewer. You tend to go kind of close to home. The mashers are close to home, and it's just people that I've brewed with, and that have kind of like put me under their wings, and just gave me the opportunity to just watch and and ask questions about, hey, well, why wouldn't you do this? It's kind of funny. I never really wanted to brew beer.
Oh, really?
I never wanted to brew beer, and I started brewing with people like Steve Williams, who brews at Call Sign, Michael Burrows. I did hung out with Rodney when he brewed,
right.
And it was funny because I told him, I was like, I'll come brew with you guys, but I ain't doing it. I'll never brew. So they kind of started to notice like how I worked,
right.
So it was funny because like I'm brewing with Michael Burrows, and we're brewing a beer, and it was a beer that I wanted brewed for me, and I'm like, well, why don't we? I can't remember what it was. Why don't we do this to it? And he's like, I don't think that's gonna work. And I was like, well, why wouldn't he? He was like, well, I've never done it, but I don't think it would work. I said, well, I think it would. He's like, well, if you were gonna do that, you're gonna have to brew yourself. And I said, well, I see what y'all going. I see what y'all did to me, But
the rest is history.
Yeah. I'm brewing, but like I said, I am a proud masher. And actually Nigel and I, we both started a minority craft beer Facebook group for Kansas City.
Yeah.
It's small, but and we really don't like discriminate. I mean, there's brewers on there, and if people want to get on there at this point,
I want to ask about the need for that because you and I have talked a little bit about diversity and the beer scene just here and everywhere. But did you guys actually see? Was there a need for that?
It's really Woodie will attest to this. It's really a thing where we go to festivals, you go to breweries, and it's all the same brothers, right?
Yeah.
And so really, it's a
when you say that, how many are you talking?
There's probably maybe 10 or 12 people that we know that are in that group, and that group is just an opportunity for us to, as brothers, to be like, hey, check out this beer, check out this place, let's meet up and have a beer.
Yeah, and
I don't know if you know this about me or not, but most people look like me.
That's true.
I don't know if you knew that or not.
There's women on there, and like I said, there's brewers on there. I mean, so it's definitely not a discriminatory situation. It's just.
I don't think it would be discriminatory.
Well, I have been asked some of those questions, and what I tell people is when you are involved in something and there's a mass quantity of people that may not look like you, like the first time you get involved in something like that, it can be very intimidating.
Right.
You know, I mean, I'm pretty comfortable with it. I've
Right.
done it pretty much my whole life, but I noticed by talking to people that they were like, "You going to a beer fest? Like, I mean, have you ever got beat up at a beer fest?" And I'm
Beat up? Really? Somebody asked you that?
Really?
I mean, yeah, because you know, people know that that predominantly there's a certain group that's there.
Stereotype.
You know, yeah, and there's always stereotypes on both sides. You know, bringing to the forefront people that might kind of look like someone can kind of make it a little more comfortable for someone that might look like us,
right.
that is interested. You know, because I'm big on anybody that's interested. I want you to be a part of it. You know, because I mean, I love this community.
And then
love it.
Isn't the beer community here pretty damn awesome?
Oh,
it's all love.
Amazing. I'm gonna tell you right now, without a lot of people that have taken interest in me, you know, and even just people that in general have just came to me and really stressed the need for diversity to me. You know,
right.
I mean, in this city, it's that is, I mean, I may not have still been in this community. You know, I mean, it's it's about the people to me. You know,
it's always about people.
Yeah,
I don't care what topic you're talking about.
Yeah. Well. I guess what I'm saying is like this beer community is a family.
It really is.
And I mean, you could go, I could be a commercial brewer, and I could go to Grain to Glass, Grains and Taps or
wherever.
or Red Crow or whatever, and I could get advice from them. Like I've gotten so much advice as far as I am so fortunate as far as a home brewer, so much advice just by being around people.
Right.
I want to ask you guys this though. You just said the beer community is like a family. Yet you felt the need to start this group.
Well,
this minority group. So has the beer community, and we'll just stay there, the beer community, have they not reached out? Has it not reached out?
We've had this conversation before on every episode.
I think it's a common theme, and it's fine. I think it is something we need to talk about.
Of course, I think
yes.
it's a product of what the beer scene is, and I think people are realizing now that there are black people who like to drink craft beer. Right?
Yeah.
There's not a huge community in Kansas City, but like we always talk about, there's a huge opportunity for these breweries to reach out and hit some of these places that have no clue that this great product even exists. So our goal is to, when we see people of color or people who have never been to a brewery, I got white friends who ain't never been to no damn brewery. So
that's true.
Anybody, I'm like, hey, you need to come check this out. You know how many people I drag over to Diametric or to Grains and Taps or tell them that they live here in Lee Summit, like, that's a brewery? They have no clue. So really for me, it's about, being an ambassador to craft beer, but diversifying it as well. It's one and the same. So, and if it's diversifying by getting you to drink some damn craft beer, because we know you're a bit of a neophyte when it comes to craft beer. Even though I will say, what was his first beer today? Bourbon County.
That'll get you. That'll get your mind right there.
I am on record as saying I love the stouts. Now here's the thing, and it's fun to say I'm the neophyte, and I probably am. I just don't pay attention. I order the beer that looks good.
Right. So
and I drink more booze than I do beer.
Woody, what was your first craft beer, you think? You remember?
Oh man,
you're taking me all the way back. Yeah.
Oh, I know what it is, but you taking me back, man.
But the question, but also, was it called craft beer back then? Because we had a discussion about the Michelobes with the foil. That was fancy back then, right? But it wasn't called craft beer back then.
Right. Well,
not just fancy.
Well, I think it was called craft beer back then. But so you go to festivals with me,
right?
What style do I make all the time?
Is that a trick question?
Okay.
Stouts?
No, cream ales.
Oh, you do make cream ales.
And for some reason, I never even knew why. Like, like the first craft beer I ever had was Pete's Wicked Cream Ale.
Oh, okay, yeah, Pete's.
You know, and I searched. I searched online for it like about 6 months ago.
You still looking for it?
And they told me, nah, player, we don't do that no more. So, but yeah, Pete. But really though, like it was like I was drinking like Bud Light, and then it was just kind of like. That was just kind of a step
nobody, nobody likes the St. Loser beer. I mean, let's just come on.
Nobody
likes
Woody,
that.
Woody,
I'm all the way good on
Woody,
it now.
don't get him on St. Louis. He is a St. Louis hater.
Hey, you know what? Because I got friends in St. Louis, I can't say nothing, but I'm just gonna look at you like, okay.
I got plenty of friends in and from St. Louis. I'm still gonna tell you, nobody likes the St. Losers.
But I will tell you this: I may have sat in a long side project line a time or two.
Oh, you're one of those.
Not really now.
Yeah,
not really now. Know, life changed, so so ain't nobody got time to be in nobody's line.
I'm not standing in damn line. I'm not doing it.
Well, and you know what else I'm gonna say too? For me not standing in the line anymore, it's kind of a testament for like how the beer here has just grown into something that's just fantastic.
Yeah.
Like
you don't have to run to St. Louis to get some good beer.
I don't. I don't. And really, I guess I really didn't. But it was like, it was just a fun trip,
right?
I mean, and honestly, like I know you hate St. Louis,
okay,
but if you get a chance. If you get a chance, I mean, and I didn't care. I was going in there with my Royal stuff on, and people was talking mess, and I was talking mess. But I don't know how they didn't like hit me upside the head with a bottle. But
let's be fair. It's not that I hate St. Louis. I don't like the Cardinals fans.
But we
all
in agreement. I'm sorry,
I don't like Anheuser-Busch product. We'll say that.
I love everybody now, but if you a St. Louis Cardinals fan, I'm just gonna say this: change your life, okay? Okay, change your life. You
need to find Jesus.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying.
I'm not gonna bring the Lord in it, but you know what I'm saying. But I feel what you're saying.
Hey, you know what time it is?
Is it mystery beer time?
It's mystery beer time. So one of the things
Woody, this is good time.
One of the things I do for Nick is, like I said, he's expanding his beer experience. So I bring in beers.
By expanding, he means I'm going to start paying attention to what I drink.
That too, but I'm introducing you to some new shit.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
So I've got a couple things in the bag, and we always crack up about the bag. Shout out to my boy Anthony. You get to see the bag. Hold on.
Look, somebody stole this from a golf club. Can you put that to the camera?
Right, that's what I'm talking about.
Look at that. That is stolen from a golf cart somewhere.
Hey, that's how you get down right
there.
Now it's beers with Nigels now.
Somewhere there is an 18-year-old golf cart driver girl
mad as
who is upset that her bag is gone.
That's what in a brown paper sack. That's what I'm talking about right there.
Are we playing Edward 40 Hands later?
Woody, I'm gonna give you the honor of opening that up and explaining what that is to Nick.
Okay.
There we go.
Let me see what we got going on here.
Something special.
What do we got?
That's all the way from Oklahoma right there.
Oh, okay.
Not much good comes from Oklahoma.
That is not true.
Actually, unless it changed, Raw and Sons is
that's in Texas, isn't it?
Yeah, in Fort Worth. I've actually been here. I've been to the brewery.
Oh, is that right?
And when I went, it was literally just like I passed it like 3 times, because it was just like a warehouse building,
right?
And you go in there, and there was just tons of people, and they were just giving out free samples.
Potential spam from Norman, Oklahoma. I just want to say that plays right in.
What we got there? What we got there, Woody?
Man, we got a chocolate milk stout aged in player. You ain't getting this.
Hello.
I'm about to go ahead and drink this myself.
Hello.
Maple syrup barrels and blackberries.
Oh
man,
wow,
this is good, man.
Yeah, you might go ahead and crack that open. We got
teacher, may I?
Right there.
All right,
we'll let you do that.
Okay.
Hey, Nigel, while he is pouring there, why don't you tell everybody? This is Beers with Nigel.
Yeah, Beers with Nigel.
We are dropping, so it is going through the systems. It's going to hit all of your favorite podcast apps on Friday. Episode 1. This is episode 4. But so, what the heck is this show?
It's a beer show. It's a podcast about beer and other things, because we talk about other things, because I have a lot on my mind, don't I, Nick?
That's true. That's true.
Hey, also, we're going to be on the videos are going to be on Vimeo, so we're going to have a little Vimeo channel. So
is it Under Beers with Nigel as well?
It is. There we go. Yeah, we'll put the link on the Facebook page and on the Twitter. But yeah, this is the first show we decided to go live.
Oh, let me see. I'm spilling.
Lord,
you're gonna have to take care of that.
I'm the wrong.
You're gonna have to lick that up, son.
Oh, well, I will in due time. I will in due time.
You notice that little glass right there?
Yep.
That little one. Look what it says. Look what it says. That's from the Fresh Fest, man.
Yeah, man. I gotta try to find a way, man, to go with you.
What you mean? You got to find a way. I'll buy you a ticket. Get you a plane ticket. I'll buy the damn ticket. We've got. For those who don't know, Fresh Fest is this big beer festival in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This year it's gonna be 5,000 people.
That's man.
And this is what, year 3, year 4?
Year 3. So
okay.
I've already bought tickets.
Okay.
I've got 3 friends. We're already going. So if you want to go, get you a plane ticket. I'll buy you a ticket because we're going VIP. So we're flying in on Thursday and we're staying till Monday, son.
Okay.
You got plenty of time to prepare. It's in August.
August what?
August 8th, I think.
And actually, I might be on vacation that time too for work. So hopefully, and if not, it don't matter.
Make it work, man. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. If you want to see a diverse beer crowd, you might cry.
Yeah, hey, I just might. I can be kind of sensitive.
I know.
You said this is the festival that kind of changed things for you.
Oh yeah, I mean, like I said, when I went to the symposium, and there was all these black beer people, and I'm like, I've never seen this. I got goosebumps, and their whole thing is, to diversify beer, but also to highlight, brewers who are not, or who might be gay, they might be Latino, they might be black, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Just the people who you don't normally see in the beer community. So it's really it's a beer festival, but it's a block party, but it's an educational thing as well. So it's super cool.
I definitely need to go, man. I mean, like I said, I just love, you and I, we both are really big on diversity, so that'd be great for me to see that. So
let's pass that beer over here.
Oh, okay,
sir.
all right. So
so you're wanting to get to what's important is what you're saying.
I think I just went Nick. that's one of the funny things. He's the one like, can I have my mystery beer? Am I ready for my beer?
Look, I think it to be fair, we should point out that I came to episode 1 prepared.
Prepared with what?
I mean,
your palate?
I was halfway there.
Half cocked. Yeah, like tonight.
It's been a long week, Nigel.
It's been a long week.
Hey, Nigel, you need to leave this man alone. Let him do his thing. If you want to start a little early, I mean,
look, can I tell you something? We'll keep personal. So we celebrated tonight. The reason I started early, my wife at her school is Teacher of the Year, and she just had her interview for the district-wide Teacher of the Year.
Congratulations!
Awesome! Yeah, congratulations to that. That's great.
Awesome. So we were celebrating my lady.
It's a celebration. Bitches.
Oh yeah, you got to do that. Congratulations! That's great.
Yeah. So Woody, let's talk about hip hops.
Okay.
Hip Hop's Hooray. For those who don't know, Woody started that beer festival. It was one of my. That beer is good. Yeah, that beer is nice.
Thank you. Yeah, this is amazing.
So where did
Oklahoma? I'm sorry.
Well, no, actually, my homeboy sent it from Oklahoma, but it's from Texas. So
okay.
Is it better because it's from Texas?
Yeah.
So tell me about how you decided. Hey, I want to do a beer festival because that's a huge undertaking. Where'd that come from?
Man, it's something that honestly, like from when I had my first when I had my first Pete's,
right.
I started to think, I'm like, man, I love this beer, and then I was like, I started to think that, I love, hip hop music. I always have, and hip hop music to me and craft beer have a lot of similarities that a lot of people don't really think about because hip hop music is so fluid and the creativity of that, and I think that I always felt like that if I could do it one time, people will get that, that they can that can mesh together, that can grow and evolve into something that that can be fun. I mean, because a lot of people, there's a lot of people that are not fans of hip hop music that look at it from a violent standpoint,
right?
And there is violence involved in hip hop, obviously, but it's just people telling their story.
Right.
And I feel like through craft beer, you can tell your story.
That's what I love about craft beer, because as a home brewer, when you do a recipe, that's you expressing your creativity with that recipe.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's funny you say that, because a lot of people that start home brewing, they tell you start with a standard style. I don't even know how many standard beers I've brewed, because I do drink standard beers, but in my mind I'm always like, well, like why am I going to take the time? I know why you do take the time,
right, to
figure out a standard style, but at the same time I'm like, look,
you want to do something funky.
Man, I got to have some fun a little. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, but like as I started to grow in craft beer, I started to, feel. I started to drink beers and listen to hip hop music, and I was like, man, it just feels good,
right?
It feels good, and obviously, my mind was kind of, I when I think of something, I'm everywhere,
right?
And I used to have conversations with Abby Bonds at the time, and we kind of came up with a concept, and then we was like, you know what, that bullshit, that bull ain't gonna work,
right?
And the people that own the De Leon,
right?
Eric and Jody De Leon,
shout out to them.
Yep, shouts out to them. They actually say, hey, well, it was a St. Patrick's Day.
I said reverb.
Hey, it's all good. Hey, it's all good. I love to hear my voice. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding.
Show you right.
Yeah.
We're playing some smooth jazz over in this bitch.
Right. Some Tennessee Ernest Ford or something. They were like, well, if you're not gonna do anything for St. Patrick's Day, come on down. So we were in Westport. They had me, hanging out, having drinks, and it was like, well, hey, why don't we go to this restaurant? It was okay. Had no idea. And as soon as we sit down, I believe it was Jody was like, have you ever thought about having a beer fest? And I'm like, well, actually, I have. And they were like, well,
hold on one sec.
Okay.
Oh, that's good.
Burps were allowed.
Okay, yeah. Because
I would say not allowed. Encouraged.
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 I couldn't let that one pass. My bad. Interrupt your story.
No, it's all good. I did one, and y'all didn't hear it because it was weak as the son of a gun. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I hope they didn't hear that because that was terrible.
Hey, let's give a little shout. Hey, Lisa, how you doing? Lisa's watching.
Hey, Lisa, what's up, girl?
Lisa
who?
Lisa Shackelford.
Oh, what's up, Lisa, girl?
Fellow Bridge Space member.
Yep.
Okay, what's up, Lisa? I don't
little Tim Kramer.
Thank you for
Brett Wooderson.
Thank you for watching.
Brett, yeah, Brett.
Is that like Woody Wooderson from Dazed and Confused?
That's not. But I'm sure he'll laugh at that. So Woody,
all right.
So when you decided you were going to pull the trigger on that beer festival, were you like, oh my God, I did it? I mean, think about that day when it happened. I remember you running around. It was that first year was that first year was so it was so unique for Kansas City beer. I thought, it was a different vibe, man.
Man, I was so nervous. I was running around and it was like I said, it was like the first part of it. I didn't remember much of it.
It's like getting married and shit.
Right. It is. Right. It is. And then Eric De Leon was like, hey, come with me to get some ice. I was like, man, I got it. He's like, bro, we got a minute. Let's go get some ice, So we go get some ice and we get ready to go back, and he stops me and he says, look over there. And I'm like, okay. And he's like, bro,
you did it.
We did it. You know what I'm saying? Because we were all in it together.
Yeah.
He's like, we did it. And I'm looking over there and I'm like, I never thought in a million years that like something that was in my head would work.
Yeah, it was great.
So what were your goals with that first one? I'm curious what you kind of wanted to accomplish and if you accomplished those goals.
My goals with the first one was to just bring a different dynamic to our community, as far as like giving them something different. I mean, because you go to some festivals and they're playing a little bit of hip hop, but I've always had an idea of a even like a brewery, just like where you walk in and the hip hop music isn't blasting and everybody's not like dancing, but it's just like you go to any other place, just music in the background.
You're just there.
Yeah, music in the background. It's a vibe. I mean, music is great because music has a way of just putting. See, I had another one earlier, and y'all didn't even hear it again.
Scale of 1 to 10. That's about a 6.5.
Wow, I wouldn't even go that high. I felt bad for that one. Actually.
By the end of this show, y'all, I'm gonna get me a good one. It might take me a minute, you know what I'm saying? But no, I felt, it felt good. The hip hop craft beer marriage, it just felt good. It felt good to me. And like year by year, you started to see the crowd be a little more diverse.
So, what year are you on? I just want to make sure that's clear. What year are you on?
Well, it would be year 4, but I'm actually taking a year off from it.
So we're not going to have it this year.
Nope, not gonna have it this year. And I mean, I'm after this year, I'm gonna kind of regroup and kind of see where I'm at, and go from there. I do love it. I do love it. It is a lot of work.
Yeah. Look, putting on a festival is not an easy thing.
Yeah, it's a lot of work, and you need a ton of people to help you. So many people have helped me throughout that journey, and I'm very fortunate. And you need a lot of friends that own breweries too, because like a lot of my friends from breweries, they help me to recruit other people to come and be a part of it. When you start getting people that like you are in awe of, like, saying, "Hey, I'm interested in this."
Right.
I'm like, for real? Do you know what it is? Are you good?
And it was cool even last year with the rush to get her done.
Yeah.
That it moved to Diametric in Lee Summit, and it was still live.
Yeah,
it was still live. It was still good.
And one of the reasons why I kind of want to take a year off at least from it is because it was tough, man. It was really tough because lawmakers really don't care for Beer Fest in general.
Well, I mean, half of the laws on the books are still like post-prohibition shit. So.
Beer laws are horrible.
Yeah, I mean,
did you know that? And I'm sure you guys probably know this, but like the people that are listening, and this is a law to me that like it just bothers me because I am a part of a homebrew club. I can't start a brewery and then help out my homebrew club and have them have meetings there.
Right.
Because of the homebrew aspect.
Right.
And my thing is it's like I don't think lawmakers don't understand that, like,
it's the same damn process.
Nope. And nobody is trying to sell homebrews out here.
Right.
Nobody's trying to do that.
There's no lobby.
There's no
lobby for that. I mean, let's be honest. That's what it really comes down to.
There's the American Homebrew Association, but it's they've made some inroads.
Look, they're not going to Jefferson City, Missouri, and putting down the money that's required to change those rules.
And I have had conversations with not just Masters, but some of the other clubs, and I'm like, there's a lot of laws on the books to help out the
big boys,
the St. Louis brewery you talking
about.
Like,
you can be honest, man. The laws are written to help the big brewers and to help the distributors.
Yeah,
absolutely.
The laws are not written to help the guy who wants to start a brewery and do 20 barrels at a time, right? Am I going too far there?
No, that's fair.
Well, and the thing about it is let's be honest, it's money. I mean, how much money do you think that people are getting because there are certain laws that are there.
Right.
I mean, I guess I can't make those
generalize,
make those assumptions
right.
on record. But I mean,
it's money. You're right.
Yeah, and
you're right.
That's not being too careful. I think you can say that and be
fine,
very accurate.
Yeah. But it's another thing that doesn't help that cause is there's like so many people on the outside of this community that may have a lot of misconceptions about the culture in craft beer. You know, because the culture in craft beer is not, it's not the same as, Anheuser-Busch and some of these big boys, because if you telling me you drinking Bud Light just for the sole purpose that you like the taste,
I don't believe you.
I don't believe you either. You can go on with that bulldog
with that mess.
With that mess, with that foolishness.
If you're drinking Bud Light because you like the taste, either you don't have taste, or it's just because this is what I drink and what I always drink. This is what my friends drink.
Right.
My daughter says. My daughter went up. My daughter came up to me one day, and she said, "Dad, I had a Bud Light." I said, "You're 8 years old. What are you talking about?" She said, I had a Bud Light at school today." I said, "At school?"
This is a weird story, man.
I said, "Where are we going with this? Because you finna get somebody in trouble off up in here because you ain't had it with me."
Right.
She said, "Well, Dad, don't y'all always say Bud Light is water?" I said, "You're right." I said, "But please, don't say that. Don't say that to nobody else because you trying to get me locked up for real."
DHS at your house.
Right.
By the way, that's so far in 4 episodes. That's the best story.
That's
the best story we've had.
Right. and the child should lead them. Right.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Ooh, that's also the first time we've had scripture.
Well, we did talk about Mormons one day, so.
Well, yeah, but we didn't talk scripture. Then,
we talked about
we just talked about underwear.
Mormon underwear. So Woody, in Kansas City, it's a lot of breweries, right? Mm-hmm. I'm not going to put you on the spot and tell me your favorite.
Please don't be that.
But just give me some of your faves. Who do you like?
You know what? So, as a home brewer, I'm starting to appreciate just a simple, clean beer. That's actually the way the trend is going now. It used to be big and crazy. I love big and crazy too, but I love Alma Mater. I'm a huge fan of Alma Mater. I mean,
shout out to Nick.
Yes, Nick is getting it. I love BKS.
Yeah, shout out to Brian.
I mean, I always love Crane.
I
mean, Grains and Taps. I mean,
Grains and Taps is cool.
I mean, and the thing about it is, like, if you're not from around the Lee Summit area and you've never really been around here, you're not really familiar with Grains and Taps.
Right.
But Grains and Taps, I mean, everything I have from them is fantastic.
Yeah.
Like they almost made me move up in this thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
we'd welcome you. We would welcome you to Lee Summit.
Like, I can put you on the refugee couch, man. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, I can't be doing all that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? My daughter looking at me like, "Daddy, why are you on this damn couch?" I'm like, "I'm Grains and Taps." You know.
Look, I tweeted this out earlier. But the Grains and Taps, the Gully Womp, might be a perfect beer. I mean, it's pretty close. That might be a perfect beer.
They're so undercover in Kansas City right now.
I agree.
I mean, a lot of people don't venture out to Lee Summit, and they hear of Diametric.
Yeah. But, I mean, that's another one too.
And,
man.
and like I told Brad from Grains, I was like, there's a bit of a perception problem because they were known just as a tap room, and now they have all these beers that some people like them being just a tap room because they were like the East Kansas City beer station,
right?
Because you go to beer station and you'll be like, "Oh my God, look at all these beers," and that was Grains when they moved up the road.
That's true.
And some people, have gotten on their feelings because they don't do that anymore. But I'm telling you, if you've never been to Grains and Taps,
I love it.
Their beers are good.
Yeah, I love it.
I will give you the reason why I can say their beers are good.
Why is that?
I don't like sours. I like the ones I have at Grains.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I mean that to me that's how you say how
Yeah.
and you say this too that like there's really not bad beer. It may not be your thing.
It might not be your style, and and if you get your weight up on just beer education or whatever.
Hold up a second. Wait a minute. Hold on, man.
Okay. Is it coming?
Here we go.
No. That wasn't what I was talking about. Hold on. I'm going to get some clarity now.
Okay.
You said there is no bad beer.
No, hold on.
I'm about to say, Big Dog, yeah,
There's
reverse that thing back.
there's some bad beer out there, but I don't think there's anything out there that, unless it's just brewed wrongly, it may not be to your liking. It might have some weird shit to it.
Right.
But there's nothing. If I left some beers on the table, not very often, and I might not like them. I thought, they're okay, but I'm gonna, if I'm gonna do, look, No Child Left Behind.
I'm with
I'm
you there.
probably not going to like that pickle beer you keep talking about.
Hey,
but I can appreciate.
Look,
Look, pickles are the devil's food.
It's from that brewery in Fort Worth.
Yes. Yep.
We got
It's the bottle with the.
No, it was a can, and I got one can, and I took it to Stephanie at Crane.
I was about to say, go get it.
And it was fire. But he thinks.
Look,
what's your
the
quote?
The devil made pickles.
Oh man, I love fried pickles, man.
No,
he thinks you shouldn't even fool with the cucumbers. Just
Look,
leave it as
cucumbers are perfect.
Hey,
why would you screw with them?
Well, he's kind of got a point because I eat cucumbers.
Don't tell him
every day.
Nigel doesn't like it when you
Don't
agree
tell
with
him
me.
that
But I mean I love pickles too, man. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, but see that's the thing, but you say you're not a big sour.
No, I'm not a huge sour fan.
See. I mean, the pickles are kind of tangy, sour.
Right.
I like other sour things.
I think he would like.
I
that
just
beer.
don't like I don't like a lot of the sour beer.
Hold up. Here we go.
Really?
That was. I'm trying, y'all.
Look,
for those watching, go ahead and rate that burp.
Oh man, y'all finna get me. Y'all finna murder me. Okay, all right. I'm gonna get it. I'm still there.
You may have to chug something to burp correctly.
Look,
and you know I ain't above chugging, Big Dog. You know me now. Hey.
Templeman's about to want to come on the show.
Hey,
We should totally get him on.
Oh, man.
It'd be fun.
Hey, Nigel and I, for a long time, we just had a war to where we would just we would call each other out.
Yeah.
We would call each other out, and and I think actually, I don't know if it was me or Nigel, somebody just went in hiding for a minute.
Truce.
Yeah, it was a truce.
Have I told you about this Facebook group?
What the heck are you talking? I got totally lost here.
Yeah, so
you guys took a turn.
There's a private.
I don't know where you're going.
There's a private chugging group. Yeah,
it's called Beer Chugging KC.
Yes, it is. If you
this
out
is
there,
what Templeman loves.
Yes.
I've seen. He's shown me this.
Yes.
Yeah. And
here's the thing. I barely know him through our other mutual friend.
It doesn't matter. He's a friend. He's a friend of mankind.
Yeah.
Good dude.
And he
Did you see the chug last night?
I did not.
Where he had his referee uniform on, and we were about to chug, and he stepped in with his whistle. Hold up, nobody chugs without me.
This is Templeman?
Yes.
Hey,
he's a referee. Do you know he's a referee? He's a basketball referee.
Hey, but
hello,
I
Dave.
feel sorry for those kids.
Dave, we love you. Somebody tag Dave in this video. Please.
Dave, you need to be on this.
Hey, but I tell you what though, if you think you got some speed on that chugging, go to Fringe
and holler at Blake.
But you know what though, I got a buddy. I got a buddy that lives in Ohio, and I promise you, I mean, I don't know. I think he might. I'm not gonna say he can get him. He might, but I mean, I love chugging because it's not just people just getting on there and chugging. It's like, people have fun with it. I mean, and beer now is like sometimes it can be a little too serious. Beer should be fun.
All right, I'm gonna be the old white man.
Okay. All righty.
Let me be the old white man.
First of all, you're not old, so there's that.
Well, I'm younger than you, which makes me feel good.
Okay, go ahead, old white man.
Damn.
It's all love.
One, I feel like chugging is a waste of good beer.
See,
did you hear that sound he made?
Okay,
all right,
okay,
we'll stop there.
Okay, real quick. Okay, and if I know you got more, but I'm gonna say this.
No, I've already forgotten.
That's why you need to chug. Get your mind back right. I think it's all based on the person that is chugging's interpretation. Like for me, like I view it as an honor to chug something. Because in that group. Some people do chug Bud Light and whatever else.
Yeah.
But
and then they hit the bathroom,
hit the toilet, quick, fast, and hurry. But
Anheuser-Busch may sue me later, but that's fine.
Hey,
Maybe it'll be a sponsor.
Hey, please don't sue me. I ain't got nothing.
Look,
y'all.
Anheuser-Busch, if you want a sponsor, I will not change my tune, but I would take your money.
Hey, no, wait a minute. If they sponsoring anything, I'm dilly like a mug. I ain't gonna got to you for real. I'm like, hey, dilly. You know what I'm saying? Playoff.
Do you ever want to just bitch slap somebody when they do the dilly thing?
Nobody does it. Nobody does it anymore. So.
You know what? Nah, somebody just recently did it to me, and I'm like,
did
are
it
you
to
serious?
you?
Seriously, you
kind
of want to smack them.
That's like getting in a car and seeing an 8-track player.
Or going, what's up?
right. Like, how many beers have you had, big dog? I mean,
that's hilarious.
All right, wait, whoa. So, Chase Campbell, I drink pickle juice in the middle of the night instead of OJ, so I might be biased.
Hey, I do drink pickle juice, but the only reason why I drink pickle juice is because I work in a place that is very hot. So, pickle juice actually helps you get hot, stay hydrated, and it helps you from cramping up. If you don't know, now you know, y'all. I'm saying.
Devil talking. That's the devil talking.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and there are people that like see me drinking and they're like, "Are you serious?" I'm like, but I do like pickle juice. Pickle juice is salt.
Look, I like pickled things: pickled garlic, pickled eggs.
See, now that's kind of different to me.
Yeah, you
pickled peppers.
That's kind of different to me.
Those are all good.
But you won't pickle no damn cucumbers.
Why would you ruin a good cucumber?
Why would you ruin a good egg?
Eggs are good, however you give them to me.
No, you don't pickle no damn eggs, man.
You ever had pickled eggs?
Yeah, they're terrible.
Oh, they're good.
Terrible.
Don't be going. No. No.
You and these
don't
birds, man.
Don't go Barkley on me. Terrible.
That is terrible. Terrible. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, hey, I mean, like I said, pickle anything but pickles. I don't know. Man.
We're talking beer culture in Kansas City right now.
Mm-hmm.
You mentioned our guy at Fringe for chugging, Blake,
right?
Favorite bartenders in the area. Look, I admit I rarely venture out of Lee Summit.
Favorite bartender.
I mean, I gotta say, Blake's probably. I think he's in that top list, right?
Yeah, Blake's pretty good.
Can I vote for me?
Well, no.
Come see him.
Come see Nigel Friday nights at Windshift.
Friday and Saturday nights at Windshift. Sundays.
Friday and Saturday.
Yeah, and Sundays at Diametric.
Bring your dollars like it's a stripping club.
And if you want to see Nigel's really, really good passion, the work that he's really passionate about, watch Lee Summit City Council videos.
I got nervous. I got nervous. You like, Nigel, you really want to watch the work that Nigel? I'm like,
Nigel working the board.
I'm like,
I thought you were going to check me out on Pornhub.
Yeah, I'm like, shoot, it's time for me to go. Y'all talking about something crazy.
We didn't tell you. This is part of the show.
This is the B-roll.
Thank you and good night.
So, Woody.
Yes, sir.
Check it out. So, the whole diversity inclusion thing, we've gone back and forth with a woman, with a white guy, with ourselves. As a brother, what do you think the responsibility is for, whether it be the brew community or breweries, to invite other people in? What do you think the responsibility is there? And on top of that, let's say you had a brewery, what would you do to make that happen?
It can be kind of tough because the first thing you don't want to do is you don't want to put it on thick and be too much and be like, like you see women there or you see African Americans there and you're like, well, I'm really happy to have you here. It's great. We never get people here. I mean, you don't want, it's just about, I think, education is a big thing.
Right.
I mean, even just, maybe, Saturday afternoons, maybe having a tasting, so people can come in and just, sample what you're doing.
Right.
Hold up. I might have it.
Ooh,
you're
that's
getting better.
That's a little better. So I want to follow up and I just want to poke a little more actually though. But whose responsibility is it to try to bring in more diversity, to try to bring more people of color, to bring in more women into the KC beer culture. Is that on the brewer?
You know, I guess I can't. I personally don't feel like it's personally anybody's responsibility.
It's the community.
But here's the thing. I mean, you know, like you said, like a brewer. Like, I mean, you know, it's a business. You are trying to take time to run a business,
right.
and I get it. You know, and you are going to cater to your crowd. That's just what it is.
So okay,
you know?
so let me answer back then. You, Woody, and you, Nigel.
I thought you forgot my name for a second.
That'd be awesome if I did.
Yeah, really would. What's your name again?
Who the hell are you? You are both self-proclaimed ambassadors,
Right.
for the craft beer in this area, in this region. Nigel, you're kind of been knighted as the ambassador for Downtown Lee Summit Bars.
Apparently.
Is it on you guys then? I mean, do you feel a little bit of weight, a little bit of obligation to bring more of that in?
Yeah.
I don't think there's any weight to it. Woody and I do what we do. We're outgoing. We don't meet no strangers.
Yeah.
But we see what the world is in the beer community, and so we're just being ambassadors, but at the same time showing people, yeah, there's brothers out here who like beer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So again, like we've always talked about, I think it's a holistic effort on everybody to invite people in, but also I think, you know, some of the things like we did the whole I Am Craft Beer thing and everybody showed up. Yeah. You know, we need to go into some of these communities that have events.
Well, I think that's my question, because we keep talking about diversity. So it's not just I'm going to bring everybody in.
Well,
I mean, do you feel like there's a specific mission?
This is my goal. This is my goal in 2020.
Okay.
I know some people who were radio personalities or whatever who were plugged in to some of the scenes in Kansas City, 18th and Vine, and that sort of thing. I've had brewers tell me, if you want to just have some beer to pour at a place, you can have the beer, right?
Yeah.
And go to a place where they don't normally see these beers, even though the breweries are 2 miles away, right? I mean, any of those places downtown at 18th and Vine, an event, whatever event they're having, it could be at the Negro Leagues, right? Have an event, hey, we just want to come in and pour samples of beer for free.
Yeah.
Hey, this is what's around you. That's what needs to happen. That's my goal for 2020, is to reach out to some of these people that I know and be like, how can we make this happen?
Yeah.
Because that's what needs to happen.
Yeah.
I don't think it's on the brewery. They're trying to run a business. And you think Mac has time to go do that? Not really.
No. See, but on the brewery aspect, the one thing that if they're looking to grow diversity, maybe try to seek or hire, maybe somebody that isn't quite the normal hire for a brewery. Another thing that I think would be great is maybe and I just kind of thought about this is maybe start from the ground up. Maybe maybe because there is what's the guy from Damon from Strange Days,
Right.
He noticed that we had that Shades of Beer Kansas City,
Right.
And he has always wanted to bring us in and like brew with us and and have different beers, have different beers that are like, our beers on their menu,
Right.
Maybe try to hire, some African Americans, some women, because somebody will walk into that place, and if they see somebody that looks like them, like, oh, okay, this is cool. This is kind of, and it is nice to see a brewery give, not the norm a chance.
Right.
I got one. Hold up.
Do we have some African American brewers?
In Kansas City?
In Kansas City?
As far as commercial?
Yeah.
No.
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 No,
I know we have some female brewers.
Yeah.
And actually, Steve Sorors from Call Sign, a good friend of mine, sat me down and made sure I knew that there wasn't any. And he's like, your passion for craft beer and your vision is he's told me like that he believes in it. And he also told me that like anytime I want to go to Call Sign and brew, he said I can.
He's awesome.
Oh,
awesome.
super cool cat. So like it's not just like us, like African Americans interested in it. The brewers really want to see, someone that that would brew from there, and that would be a big deal for like diversity in this community. You have somebody, you have a African American, that becomes a brewer in this community, then people across the country are going to take notice of it.
Absolutely.
And then people are going to travel here.
Right.
And they're not just going to travel to where that person is. They're going to go all around.
As most beer people do. They just don't come to one spot, right?
Yeah, I mean, I mean, there is a need for brewers, and it's one of those things for me. Like I love home brewing, and I'm my biggest critic, and I do feel like I have a lot to learn as a home brewer, but I would love to see somebody, start something and open up something,
right.
and because I support everybody. So I mean, I would obviously support,
right,
something like that. So.
Let me ask you guys a question. When we talk about diversity and race and a myriad of other topics, we inevitably get back to the topic of access, right, of equity,
right,
equitable access,
right.
Yeah.
Is there the same access to getting into brewery? Is that a topic? Is that a thing? Am I pushing too? Is my liberal white guilt getting in the way
I think
here?
if you want to be a home brewer, and, we talked about this with Nolan Brown of Transparent. You could brew on your stove with a pot.
Yeah.
And you could spend $25 on a recipe. So it's not about that. It's like, to your point, education.
Yeah.
A lot of my black friends know nothing about craft beer. I got a buddy of mine, he drinks Mick Ultra. I'm like,
that's the opposite of craft beer.
Right. But think about it.
You know why? It's evil St. Loser beer.
It's like you know what it is?
I'm just gonna keep that as a shtick the whole time.
You know what that is?
He's gonna get me in trouble with my St. Louis people.
You know what that is?
Shouts out to St. Louis.
I'm gonna go back to one of my 80s things we say in high school. It's like making love in a boat, fucking close to water.
Wow. And the funny thing to me is you did that in the 80s from Oklahoma.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, there was, Grand Lake.
Shout out to my Oklahoma people. I saw Kenny. Kenny was watching from Oklahoma. My home. Hey, thanks for the beer, Kenny. I appreciate it.
There you go.
Yeah, my homeboy Kenny.
Okay.
He comes up every year for Blarney and pretty much dies every time.
Oh, Kenny.
Yeah.
Kenny.
I was about to say. Yeah, we killed Kenny. Oh my God, you killed Kenny.
Kenny and I have been I'm about to say the same couch. We ain't been on the same couch, but
that's right. That's right. You make Kenny.
But you passed out on the same couch.
I stay at Nigel's every year for Blarney's, because I'm telling Blarney's, don't sleep on it. It's so much fun. Well, but it's different now.
We're gonna talk about that in a coming episode. It's a whole new festival.
Yeah, it's gonna be Blarney and that Strutherfest Beer Festival at the same time.
Man. I'm so excited.
It's gonna be a lot like is it Nano that did homebrew and professional?
Yeah.
It's gonna be kind of like that.
Yeah. I'm super excited because I love Blarney's, but it's funny because I'm always trying to encourage like some of the masters. I'm like, hey man, y'all got to help me out because it is ZZ Hops country up in that thing, but it's all in fun.
Yeah, you got love from ZZ Hops though. They love when you come to the summer.
And you know what? I love them. Like I'm a part of a homebrew club, but I love everybody. So.
Oh boy! This scares me. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, just don't pull a musket out that thing. You know what I'm saying?
Look, wow. Look, you have it in the
These
mystery
brown
bag.
paper sacks. We get.
And-
I'm not pouring it this time
wrapped in
because
paper bag.
you see where that got us.
Well,
But I opened it though. I opened that grown man. You know
okay,
what
there
I'm
you
saying?
go. I'm gonna hand
Let's
it
see.
to you.
All right, let's see.
That other one is a different paper bag.
Let's see. Oh, this one's heavy right here.
Yeah, it's got some weight to it.
What you got? Unleaded gasoline in this thing?
That's
So
some-
Nigel, when you want a beer, when you just want to drink,
Okay.
what's your go-to?
when I want a beer,
When you just I need a beer.
generally something I've never had. If I'm someplace
Is
else,
that your thing?
Yeah,
I just want to try something new.
I was down at what's that? It's across from BKS, Flying Something Saloon, Flying Something Other, Flying Horse Saloon.
I've seen it, but
And I went down there and I saw it on Untapped. I was like, oh, they've got this Imperial Porter that I wanted. Got down there, the damn thing was gone. I was like, so I had another beer that I hadn't had before. I looked up and down the menu. I was like, one and done. I'll holler at y'all.
All right, I'm gonna make a pact here. Are you ready?
What's the pact?
Next episode? I'm downloading the Untapped app.
That's been on my desk for a week. I need you to get to. He's not on Untapped.
But can I be honest?
You're not on there either.
I'm on it. I'm
You don't
on
do
it.
nothing with it.
I ain't done nothing with Untapped
Look,
in about
I'm-
2 or 3 years.
Oh wow,
Look,
that's
I'm
But-
worried about
and
public
listen-
record of my drinking.
You know what?
Public
Though?
record.
You know, it can be brutal for your mentals. You know what I'm saying? Like man, I had 1,000 beers last night. You know, but yeah,
It's not brutal. It's just documentation.
But that's what I'm scared of.
That's fine. So what we got there, Woody?
Man, shouts out to Windshift. We've got a Blue Point Oyster Stout. Sounds good to me.
I have to apologize. I was supposed to send that to my homegirl Kanisha in California.
So basically, you're
and
saying nope.
Hey,
it didn't happen.
Hey.
All the beers I saved up for her, they
Hey.
got drank.
Kanisha, we drinking your stuff.
Kanisha, are you watching? Let me look here. Nope. Kanisha's not
I'm
watching.
about to say, Kanisha, that let you know Nigel scandalous now. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you got a certain period of time where
Yeah,
your
like-
stuff gonna be gone. You know what I'm saying?
Like when Nigel says something, he doesn't mean it. Kanisha, you just got to watch out.
he said he doesn't mean it.
He'll say a lot of things, Kanisha,
Right,
but he
right.
don't mean it.
No, shout out.
Am I hurting your game there?
No, not really.
Oh, okay. Do you have game?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, you know,
I'm just out here minding my own business.
hey, you know, but that's the best game in the world. I'm serious. Like, just
like-
mind your damn business because you got
Like
so many,
I've been married for over 20 years. I don't remember what game was.
man, you got so many dudes out here that are just like, hey girl, what's your name? You know, hey, you know what? Just go say hello. Just go say hello, and then you know what? After that,
No, single guys work too hard, man.
way too hard, way too hard. Hey,
Look, like I got lucky. I met a lady. She's awesome.
hey,
Baddest bitch I know.
hey, I'm cheap.
I told her that, by the way.
And you married her.
And I married her.
Hey,
Look, and
you did-
she settled for me, and I'm the happiest man alive.
Oh, there you go. hey, it's like getting lottery tickets. You know what I'm saying?
What we got here?
That is the Blue Point Oyster Stout.
That's-
Blue Point Oyster Stout
That
from Windshift.
smells
If
fantastic.
you haven't been to
Smells great,
Windshift in
man.
Blue Springs, come see me on Fridays and Saturdays nights. I'm slinging beers.
We need to do a Friday night out there soon. That is near my in-laws.
He'll do it. Is that held up?
I like that.
Oh, that's fantastic.
I love that. I like that.
I enjoy that beer.
That was actually canned
Or is this old beer?
in January. So it's about almost 2 months old.
Yeah,
That's still good.
But it's still it's held on.
Yeah, I like
I
that
must
a
have
lot.
canned this one myself.
You like,
Yeah, if it lasts,
you're like, I'm
it's
bringing this thing
Nigel.
on the podcast. Let me make sure
Look,
it's
hey.
good. We're ready.
Nigel's got stamina.
I don't know nothing about that. Okay, I ain't gonna even touch on that thing right there. You know what I'm saying? If he do, I'm proud of him. But I don't know about it. You know what I'm saying?
You gonna respond to that one, Nigel?
I got nothing for that.
Hey, I do my best.
As you should.
Does that work? You do your best. No, I'm just kidding. Everybody like, Woody ain't got no damn stamina. I said he do his best. He ain't got no damn stamina.
So what's next for you, man? In the beer game, what are you brewing right now?
So in my fermentation chamber, I have a cream ale that I'm doing for the Masters have an iron brewer competition to where we get a style, and then we have a draft. I think
Right.
CZ Hops or something like that.
Yeah,
we have a draft of ingredients.
Right.
So and this year they did
Some
a twist.
weird shit comes out of that.
This year they did a twist. So they did you pick two, and then there is a mystery one. You only have to use 2, but I decided to use all 3 of them.
Okay.
So my ingredients my beer is a cream ale, of course, and my ingredients are strawberries, oranges, and pineapples.
Okay.
So yeah,
that sounds delicious. You gonna put some lactose in it? What you gonna do?
Oh yeah, lactose is already in it.
Okay.
It's pretty much
like an Orange Julius.
Yeah, that's exactly what's kind of my idea. It's pretty much forming it out. So I'm just here pretty soon I'm gonna put it in secondary, put all the fruits in there.
It sounds delicious.
Yep. Tomorrow I am brewing a quad.
Okay.
So we'll see how that turns out.
Man, this sounds like he's got a lot going on.
Hey, homebrewers, man, they be on it.
Yeah, well, and it's festival season, so
that's true.
So if you're not brewing for the first festival, you're not going.
Right.
So I've got that.
How important are the festivals to you as a home brewer? I mean, is this what you're doing it for?
It's everything. It's everything because that is where you get to showcase.
Get the feedback.
Yeah, and also too.
That was terrible.
I know. I apologize.
And also too, everybody around here, Mac, Diametric, and even like Red Crow,
right.
Cinder Block.
Right.
Everybody started as a home brewer.
Everybody
at a festival,
right?
Because I mean, you can open up a brewery without being a part of a festival,
right.
But good luck if nobody knows you.
With the exception of Alma Mater, because he lived in a different part of the country, but he got some game.
Well, and one of the thing about it is like his pedigree.
Yeah.
He brewed at places like Crooked Stave and Fremont. So it's kind of one. That's kind of like, I've done this, so if you want to come see me, you can. If you don't. But it's everything. A festival is everything. And that's why I try to do as many as I can.
Right.
And I love it because I love the feedback. And I always tell people, hey, just, shoot me straight.
Be honest, right?
If you don't like my beer, I just want to know why. Don't tell me my beer sucks, but you can, but when I ask you why, tell me why.
I won't give you the St. Louis treatment. Yeah. What did you just you suck?
You suck. You're just terrible, brother. and I would accept that from you. It'd be all right.
Look at that, our new friend already.
Yeah, I know. Look. He knows. He knows that it's not about St. Louis.
It's about the Cardinals.
It's the Cardinal fans. Yeah. It's not even about the Cardinals. Respect the organization, right?
You know what?
It's the fans.
My first and only Cardinals Royals game I went to. We're here at Kaufman, hanging out, and I'm surrounded by Cardinals fans.
Oh yeah, they travel like crazy.
And the people that are with me are like, dude, we got to get you out of here because because the Cardinals are smug, rude, and I'm like, oh, hell no. I'm like, you were in Kansas City, and everybody's like,
look, they'll give you their dry baby back ribs with shitty sauce.
Yeah, they're like, well, where are your fans at?
Wow, tell me how you really feel.
Oh, I'm sorry. Was that wrong?
was that out loud?
but they're like, where are your fans at? And at the time, it was when the Royals were terrible. And it was like nobody's here. And it's like, the one thing I would encourage people from Kansas City that are big Royals fans, no matter what the Royals record is, Cardinals games, you got to show up. That's Chiefs Raiders.
Right. Pretty much.
That's Chiefs Raiders. And the thing about it is we hate them. They hate us. So, you know what? So don't give them an opportunity to fill up the seats and get the tickets.
Your face is twisted up right
I'm
now.
heated, man. I'm heated about it, man. Because I'm like, you know what though? That's a big thing, man. Go to these games, and show the boys in blue support and tell everybody, and Cardinal fan asks you for a ticket, be like, hey, player, get one in St. Louis. Do that.
Get your ass back to the river.
Yeah.
There you go.
I had some friends that wanted me to go to a game in St. Louis.
Right.
I said, y'all want me to do that. Y'all want me to do that. That ain't okay. Y'all want to get home safely.
Can I? I don't like their new stadium. Stale,
Hey,
boring.
Hey, can I tell you this?
Go ahead.
I ain't never been and don't plan on going.
Oh, there's that.
Now,
Wow, look, that's even worse than me.
Now, again,
I thought I was the asshole.
Now again, I love y'all at Side Project. I will be going. I love the beer there.
Shout out to Side Project.
Side Project and what is the other one that's really good there? There's quite a few good ones. What's the other one there? Perennial.
Yeah.
Perennial. Like I stood in line. I stood in line for about 8-9 hours for 2 bottles of barrel aged Abraxas.
Was it worth it?
Kansas City, I love y'all. That's probably my favorite beer of all time.
Let me ask you guys.
No,
you guys,
the
this
barrel aged version.
Yeah, I can imagine. Nebraska's is
Oh my
fire.
goodness, it's ridiculous.
Yes, sir.
you guys are you follow the beer scene. You're all around. Microbrews in Kansas City, microbrews in St. Louis. Are they the same scene?
It depends on the brewery. It's brewery to brewery.
Completely different scene.
But it's brewery to brewery because even like different parts of the country.
I just wonder if it's the same kind of.
No, they're ahead of the game.
Well, and I'm not going to say that, but this is what I will say. In Kansas City, you can have a beer that is phenomenal, world class beer, and this community sometimes doesn't get behind it like St. Louis people. Like if you have a shitty ass beer in St. Louis, people know that like the more you hype it up.
Wow. Well, you need to give up, son.
I'm done. The more you hype it up, the more people across the country are going to want it, and the more that you can trade it for, or the more that people are going to talk about your stuff. So,
Right.
it's just like I think Kansas City may need to work on
the hype machine.
On the hype machine.
On blind loyalty.
Yeah. Because it's one of those things where you can have, and don't get me wrong, there are some people that have been brewing beers for a long time in St. Louis, and they're really, really good beers, But I'm gonna tell you right now, I love Side Project, but as far as sours go, I could go right down to BKS and get something that I think is just as good. That I think is just as good.
Yeah, BKS is fire.
So it's the culture, like I said, but it's changing too. It's changing, but it's just different.
Well, let's spiral out. Chicago, Des Moines.
Yeah.
What are we talking?
There's a I Am Craft Beer event April 2nd in St. Louis on a Sunday. Just saying. Afro Beer Chick's going to be there. Coming from Chicago.
I want
it at?
her. I want to interview her. I really, really want to have her on the
we
show.
We should go.
I want to have her on the show.
We'll go out there. I'm not sure where it's at. It's going to be at a brewery, obviously. But yeah, it's April 2nd. She put it together. So yeah, we should totally.
I think she'd be a great interview.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what? The one thing you said Des Moines. Des Moines is probably one of the most underrated beer scenes
and Lincoln,
I've ever been to.
And Lincoln as well.
Lincoln?
Lincoln's fire right now.
Really?
Well, and I'm kind of a fanboy of this brewery, but they are closed now. I found out they closed down.
Who's that?
Madhouse.
Oh, I heard. Yeah.
Madhouse, probably one of the best Mexican stouts I've ever had in my life.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah. El Jefe, and I think I actually.
Yeah, we had El Jefe at Hip Hops.
Yeah,
that was weak.
That was you guys and your. I'm up to coach these fools up on their bourbon, man.
At least he had a couple good ones. I'm like,
no. I thought it was gonna be good, so I opened up and it was not.
No. We're gonna have a burp class after this shit. But anyway, Woody, brother, thanks for coming on, man.
Hey, man, thank you for having me,
This
man.
has been fun.
I appreciate the opportunity, man. I love talking to you. It's great to meet you. So
let's call bullshit when we see bullshit. He's like, I ain't got much to say, really.
I didn't, but you start talking, you put the microphone on me, and I'm I'm gonna show out.
I know better than that, sir. Have you met you?
I don't. Maybe I haven't. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I need to get in the mirror and get to know me a little better.
Woody made this a special. This was drop night. It may be episode 4, but it's drop night. So Woody, thank you very much.
Hey, thank y'all for having me. I'm just excited to be able to be a part of it. So
hey kids, thanks for listening to the first live episode of Beers with Nigel.
Yes, sir.
That's my co-host, Nick Parker. That's Woody Bonds.
We're going to do this more.
We're going to do it more. We're going to drop the first episode tonight. So it should be out there in the
Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, all your favorites. We're going to be there.
Yeah. Where can they follow you at, Nick?
You can follow me at pnickparker on Twitter.
Okay. I'm at, what am I at? In Woodbury 1966.
Find Beers with Nigel.
Also hashtag Beers with Nigel. Where can we follow you, Woody? Where you at?
Maybe not my personal Facebook, but I guess you could, if you love me that much. But Hip Hop Brews, because I've been doing a lot of stuff with my homebrew stuff. Hip Hop Brews on Facebook,
right,
and also on Twitter. We still do have the Hip Hop Hooray page up on Facebook, and Twitter. So you can follow me there. But I'm and actually I love it when people give me ideas to brew.
Right.
Hit me up, say, hey, brew this, and I might even have you come in and brew with me.
There you go.
If you don't, become like some crazy person trying to cut my throat. Don't cut my throat. I
will let Nigel do that.
Yeah, don't.
And I'm not gonna do that shit.
Okay.
All right, kids, drive safely. Appreciate you guys listening in and watching.
Peace.
You have been listening to Beers with Nigel, a proud member of the Fredcast Podcast Network. Catch us on all your favorite podcast app. We'll let you guys next time.
Goodbye.